At least 45 people, we understand, have been killed after a dam collapsed following torrential rainfall. Let's take you to Barbara Platt-Usher, who is there for us live. Barbara, what is happening there? What are you hearing? What's the situation?
Lucy, just extraordinary damage. I mean, the water, what happened was a dam burst, and this rush of water came through this town in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning. So it cut this swathe right through town, gouging out this valley, as you could see, felling trees, sweeping away houses, and many people as well. I spoke to a man earlier who said when he woke up, he could hear the sound of water. I said, well, what did it sound like? He said it was sort of like a roar, and he got his family out of their house in time, but around 50 of the families where he was living lost their homes, and some of them were taken away by the floods. He said he was able to rescue one little boy, but they're still looking for others who are missing, and around at least 45 people have been killed. And it's part of the heavy rains we've been having in Kenya and other parts of East Africa in the past month, and they are continuing and filling the dams. And so this is really quite ominous, because there are other dams in other parts of the country that are filling up as well. And of course, people here are gathered round looking to see what happened, because it's so extraordinary, and also just trying to find people. We spoke to one man who said 2 of his cousins were missing. They were living in a house sort of down this way, and so he was hoping to see if he could find them or get any news of them. So it's very much a disaster scene. We've also, Lucy, just had a whole raft of politicians come through, including the transport minister, talking about what needs to be done, talking about people being more cautious when they drive through the water, all of these sorts of things. So it really has a national focus, as you can imagine.
And presumably, Barbara, all of the rain and the conditions means it's difficult to get help to the area where you are.
Yes, that's right. I mean, if you think about what's happened in here and in other parts of Kenya, you've had roads washed away, you've had bridges washed away. We were able to drive here to this place fairly easily from Nairobi, but in other parts of the country, you've had these terrible situations where the roads have been washed away and there's water flowing over them, and then a truck will drive filled with people along that route, and at least in one case, the truck was like pulled into the water, and the people were swept away. Some of them drowned. So there are situations where people have to try to get across the road in these sorts of ways, and they're putting themselves at great risk.
Barbara, good to see you, but in a situation which is very dire there, as we are now hearing 45 people have been killed where Barbara is after this dam collapsed following this huge amount of rainfall. We'll be across that story and developments for you from Kenya throughout the day.